Hey guys, what is up? It's Dinazor here, and today I have a video for you reviewing the Dockem. And in my unboxing of this, I only did a brief little unboxing of the packaging, which is this, of the black and white Dockems that each came with their respective Dockem strips. Now, I didn't really go into much detail about anything, and that's why I have a review. But since that time, I think they did a little bit of a change to their packaging. So this was their old packaging. I believe it is their old packaging. I mean, I don't see a purpose why they would have a different packaging for the same product. So I think this is their new packaging, and it definitely does seem like it is the newer packaging because it definitely does look a lot cleaner and nicer. Still have the same instructions, although they're laid out a lot easier on the back right there. It's also very easy to remove the product. All you gotta do is do it like this. I didn't even take this out yet, but I can already tell that there are command strips right there, and the actual white holder is right here. Now, the packaging is pretty simple. All you gotta do is to open it up like this. There, I just did it on camera. And you have the left side of the Dockem, the right side of the Dockem, which is right here, and now you have both sides, which are the little command strips. So one of these is going to go on the left, one of them is going to go on the right, and then you'll go from there. Now, for some reason, there are none of those alcohol prep pads inside of the packaging. Alcohol prep pads did come with this guy over here, but it's not too big of a deal because that's something fairly common. I mean, you could probably use one of those little sanitization wipes or something like that just to clean the surface that you're using so that it's not dirty and so it's easy to use when applying this, so that it has a firm grip and no dust is under there. Now, that is the little things that came with it. These are, before I even go into this, there are two different types of command strips they send you. The normal command strips that they send you are either going to be, depending on which version you get, just regular ones that apply to regular surfaces, and then they have another one which are heat resistant and moisture resistant. Now, the black version, which I have right here, this is the old packaging, but it's still the same thing. The black version is just for regular applications. The white version came with the moisture resistant and heat resistant command strips, and it was white, obviously. Otherwise, they had the same packaging, and the color doesn't really matter. It just lets you differentiate which one goes in the places that have a lot of moisture and heat, and which one goes in a regular room. Now, the white ones are most likely going to go in a place like a bathroom. Say, for example, once again, I think I said this in the unboxing, if you're taking a bubble bath, you want to watch a movie, go ahead, dock this on your wall inside the bathroom. This will not fall down because those are heat-resistant strips. Also, over here, these are Velcro strips. They have 4 sets in here, so you'll be able to mount your Dockem in 3 different places. Because 1 pair has to go on your Dockem, and 3 of those can be mounted on your walls anywhere, and super easy to remove. So these ones, they also sell on their website. These are, I believe, like $3.99. The regular replacements for the regular strips and the heat-resistant strips are $2.99. So these are a little bit more expensive, but they are a lot more convenient, and I find them to be a lot better for use. Also, they did send me, these are glow-in-the-dark stickers for your cables. I actually applied one of these, and surprisingly, these guys actually glow in the dark quite well. I was actually surprised. They emitted quite a nice glow. Not overpowering, not that you can't sleep with, but you can definitely see this at nighttime. You will be able to see your cables that connect to your iPhone. I don't know really why you need to do this. I mean, say you get up really late or something like that, or you get up really early in the morning, like 5 o'clock, and you don't want to turn your lights, and you want to see your iPhone because there's an alarm right there. You're not going to see your iPhone because I don't remember if the screen turns on when an alarm goes off, but either way, you'll be able to see the cable, find your iPhone, all that kind of stuff, and they send you quite a deal of these. I already used one, and there are 4 left, so they sent you 5 of them, and yeah, so I'll show you guys that, and that's really it, so let's go and see how this looks on an actual wall. Alright guys, so that is the Dockem mounted on my wall. I measured this to fit a regular iPhone 4 and 4S. Now, one thing about this is you want to measure it to the size of your case. Now, for me personally, because I am doing what I do on YouTube, I get a ton of cases, and I have a lot of stuff coming in, and measuring it to the case is really annoying because if I do that, then the command strips themselves, not the command strips, the Dockem is not going to be to the perfect size. I may have a super bulky case, I may have a super thin case. So what I decided to do is just to make it fit for the naked iPhone, which is, I guess, an okay arrangement. Now, I'll shut off the lights very quickly, and I will show you guys, once my iPhone is plugged in, how the little stickers on that 30-pin dock connector, which you see in the far right corner, will light up. So let me just connect the iPhone. Very simple. All you gotta do is place it like this, and then what I like to do is manage my cords through here, and then they come out very easily. And this is actually very good cable management. These two different rows on the bottom are very good for cable management, and the sticker is right there. So let's go shut off the lights, and I'll show you how that is. Alright guys, so my camera is doing something a little bit funky. I think I turned the ISO up or something like that, but I don't really know what it's doing. But the wall right now is, in actuality, a lot darker than what you're seeing on the camera. But as you can look at the glow-in-the-dark sticker, it's glowing up and it's green. So that is actually pretty nice. Now, currently it's daylight outside. All I did was close my shades, turn off everything that makes light, and all I did was shut off my lights. So this isn't the best demonstration. I'd have to wait till nighttime, and I'm not really doing that. I'm just shooting this right now. But it is lighting it up, and it's working fine, so you'll definitely be able to find this during nighttime. So let me turn my lights back up, and I'll continue talking about it. Alright, so the Dockem itself is actually very convenient to use. Now, what I do when I personally measure mine, I just lined it up with a ruler on the wall. That was just the easiest way. I wanted the most precise method of doing it. Now, there are tons of other methods. You could, for example, just place the iPhone inside to the exact size of the iPhone, and then what I would do is just line it up on the wall with the command strips already present, and then I just align it, and then it would be good to go. Now, that is one method. It's not the most exact because you could possibly have it on a wrong angle, not level it, so that is not the most exact method. Now, what I did, as I said, used a ruler, but on top of that, I placed a leveler on top of the two Dockems and found that it was about 180 degrees, about just flush. So that was how I got it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you're not really gonna care that much. I mean, it's just sitting there, and most likely this is only gonna be here if it's near your bed like this. This is most likely going to function as an alarm, especially because it's behind my bed. This is just an alarm for me. It doesn't really do much else. Now, there are tons of other functions. You could place this in a bathroom, as I said, watch movies or something like that while you're, I don't even know what you're doing in the bathroom, but you could do anything you want. So this would be more convenient with a larger device such as an iPad. This also does support an iPad and myriads of different devices. So the iPhone, for me, is just as an alarm. Now, I do have it set up to fit an iPad, which is very convenient for movies. I could actually mount that on my wall in front of my computer, watch movies on my iPad, and it's very easy to multitask because you have an iPad kind of like one screen playing a movie. You can do other things, so it's very convenient to have that. Now, this is just my personal use of the iPhone one, but let me show you how it works. Actually, first I'll show you how the Velcro works, because that is probably something you guys are going to consider. It's only $4 extra to purchase it, and I definitely recommend you guys go get it, so let me show you that. By the way, guys, before I get to the Velcro part, let me actually show you how to detach the little command strips from the wall so that it doesn't leave any residue. Let's see how a paperclip works. I didn't really find a toothpick, but paperclip will work just fine. So on the left side, you just have a little part where the little tab is sticking out. I'll show you how this is applied so you'll see how it goes. But I think what you really want to do is just pull from over here and pull downwards, and until I get that, like so, and then I have this little tab and I can pull that. I'll just hold this straight and pull upwards, I should pull downwards, and until it fully releases. This thing goes very far, and that's good. Now, that was already there. That came from several incidents I had with friends and stuff like that. That was already there. There was nothing really that damaged the wall itself. If you pull outwards, not downwards, you can damage your wall. So what you want to do is only pull downwards, and that is how it's going to work. Let's see the other one, and here is the detached one. It's detached. Now there's really nothing else to do, and I'm going to pull down on this one. Same process, although I'm pulling from a rather awkward angle, but let's see if I can get it. This is a little bit strange how I did it, but I think I'm making some kind of progress. Alright, so pull downwards. Bam, you should be good to go. Again, that happened only from friends. Alright, but that is how it came off. My walls are mainly all beaten up and broken. Actually, I'll give you a quick scan of them so that you know that it's not the products, because my walls are fairly screwed up over the years. These have not really been repainted in a long time, so I'll show you guys that, and then you'll have proof that it really wasn't the product itself. So you saw that little part over there, that's a little bit ruined. I'll also show you over there. That is slightly ruined and dents up there. So there's a lot of different markings around my room from over the years. I just happened to choose that spot because it was very convenient. I also have markings over here, here. There's just a lot of stuff in my room, and that area just happened to be an area that was good for me. I mean, if your wall is slightly beaten and a little bit messed up, it's not going to affect the stickiness of this. It's still going to stick. However, my walls are just a little bit beaten up, so that is why it left that kind of little scar on here. So in case you're wondering, there you go. That's how the walls looked before it. Either way, this did not hurt the walls at all. Alright guys, so these are the Velcros right there, and this is the black Dockem right here. Now what I do in case of anything that might disrupt the stickiness, I always just, no, I don't wipe it down, but I spray it with some pretty high-powered pressurized air, and that gets rid of any dust that might be on there, which will prevent the sticky part of this from sticking. So what you do is you just take this part, the red part. This is exclusive to the Velcro ones. On all the other ones, I'll show you right here. This is, for example, the water resistant, heat resistant. I believe that is the one. And all you have to do is just peel off this end and peel off the other end. There are two ends to this. On the Velcro one, there's only one end that you peel off, and that's really all you got to do. But so here, I'll peel it off. And what I like to do is just to simply stick it in the Dockem like so. See this little bottom compartment, and then align it so that it's good. And then from there, I press upwards, and that gets a pretty solid stick. This is not going to go anywhere if you don't detach it. This should stick for quite some time. Now give this an hour before you apply it to your wall. I'm actually giving it more than an hour, and the Dockem that you already saw on the wall has been sitting there for a couple of days, so I made sure that these are mounted fully. Now, this is good to go, this left one. The left side actually also has this little tab right here, which will prevent your device from falling forwards, even if it's as large as a tablet, iPad, Motorola Zoom 2, anything like that. It will not fall out because of this little tab right here, which is actually a pretty good idea. It will stop your device from falling. Your device will only be able to fall upwards, which is not possible due to gravity. But, so that is the left one. Let's do the right one. And then I'll show you the less complex method of applying it to your wall, which is just eyeballing it, which is not the best method, but is actually very fast. So this one you apply the same way, and that one wasn't super aligned, but it is aligned, and this one's still going to stick down. There's a little bit of stickiness on the edge, but it is overall good. Actually, before it sticks down permanently, I'll redo this one. It's not a bad idea to do that. And this one is still going to keep working even though I took it out like that, because these guys are really, really sticky. So, slide that in again, and let me see if I can redo this a little bit better. And that seems a little bit better. Yeah, that definitely does seem better. And that's still going to stay down really strong. I'm pressing down. This guy is not going to go anywhere. Now, to give you guys a demo of how this works, I'm not really connecting these two. These are not actually going to be connected when I put this on the wall. But this isn't the normal Velcro you're going to see when you go to the store or anything you use. This Velcro all has the same texture. It's not like one's soft and one has the little hooks. This one is all the same, and these are not really like hooks. These are like a whole new different type of Velcro. So these won't automatically align. So what you got to do is you got to apply force, press down. You hear lots of snaps. like that, like that, like that. And now this is almost identical to what real Velcro is like, and it is really strong, and it's not going to separate from the wall really easily. I wouldn't exactly trust this with your heavier devices like the Galaxy Tab. The Galaxy Tab isn't that heavy, but with your iPad, I wouldn't exactly trust the Velcro. I mean, it's rated to hold 5 pounds, but it's Velcro. I did try it, didn't fall off, but for long periods of time, I don't really know how that's going to hold up. I mean, it's Velcro. It's not really identical to Velcro, but I didn't take that much force to separate it, so I don't really know how long it's going to be able to hold an iPad. But it is holding pretty strong. So let's put it on the wall and see how it looks from there. Alright guys, so when it comes time to actually applying this to your wall, what you want to do is very simply apply the other side of the Velcro to the back, and this will allow you to just simply peel off this sticky layer, peel off that sticky layer, judge or measure where the device should go, apply it to your wall while these sides are still sticky, and then you're good to go. Apply it, leave it for an hour, and then you should be good. So let's see that. Now, these are the strips, the Velcro strips that have been recently applied. These have been applied literally less than a minute ago, and they're not super strong right now, so I'm not really going to test them, but they should look somewhat aligned in a position where you could kind of see if they're level. Now, these aren't physically level. They are not perfectly dead center level, but because these are Velcro, the slightest little change of angle, which is very easy to do on the other side of the Velcro, the Dockem part, is very easy to do, and you can make it completely level. And I'll show you guys that very quickly right now. All you gotta do is, for example, this is the right side. Let me get on this side of the camera, and that is the right side. So what I'm gonna do is press in, press in, press in all 3 areas, bottom, top, middle, and do the same thing on this side. Line it up, press in, press in, press in, press in, press in, and then it's good to go. Then all you gotta do is take the iPhone, and I'm not even judging it by placing it over there. It's about level. I don't know if you guys can tell that. Let me see. Yeah, let me actually zoom out a little bit. And right there, as you can probably tell, the iPhone is somewhat level. It's not dead center perfect, but it is fairly level in such a way that it is completely usable. You'd probably notice if it was more than the average angle. This is probably almost 180 degrees. I'd say maybe close to 175, but probably nothing over that. Maybe it's probably greater than 175 degrees. Between 175 and 180 is definitely where it is, because it's not perfect, but it is almost perfect. Now, this is the method where you just easily apply it. That took 30 seconds to apply, and it's very easy to redo. They send you several different Velcro ones in a package. You're probably not going to use all of them, although you may, but if you don't, you definitely do have replacements in case you don't apply this properly, and they're very, very, very easy to apply in the first place, so you shouldn't really have to do that, but just in case you do, you always have the option. And so let me show you how it mounts. And when I mount it, I personally like to have it on an angle. So this is the just regular position where it just mounts kind of all the way pushed in the back. But what I like to do is I like to take the front or the bottom of this and push it forward, and that creates a nice angle, and then I can simply run the cable through and get it to the part where it has the charging cable properly plugged in. Wire this down, pull down, and put a little bit of slack over here. And that is really how I keep the setup for the iPhone near my bed. You could probably do a lot more setups depending on how you want to orient this, but currently it is working pretty well in my opinion, and I think you guys are going to like it like that. Now let me show you how it works on an iPad, and okay, let's see that. Alright guys, so now I'm just inside my bathroom, and sorry for the echo, but that's what I'm working with. The audio in here isn't exactly perfect because it's all echoey. Not a very large room because it is a bathroom. But in front of you right there, that's just some tile. And that is usually what you're going to find in most bathrooms. Usually when you're using something like the Dockem, you're going to mount it on tile. You're probably not going to mount it anywhere else, so that is why I'm demonstrating on tile. Now, I'll be demonstrating this with an iPad 2, which is the same size as the iPad 3. So an iPad 2 is one of the heaviest devices you'll find out there that does work. It's a tablet. Tablets are not very light. They're light, but they're not very light. They're not definitely not as light as phones. So we're going to see how this holds up. And I've already done this test. I'm just going to show you how to apply it. And when I did the test, it has been working over several days. So I'll just tell you right off the bat that it is working. So let me apply to the wall, and then we'll be good to go. Before I actually apply it, let me just show you guys that this is an iPad 2 with a smart cover and a case, so I'll be applying that with all those attachments already on there. Also, this material that you find right there, the tile, it is used in some kitchens, and it is similar to marble, not completely similar to marble, but it has around the same texture as marble and granite, and the stickiness of the command strips is about the same on all of those materials. So it's not going to fall off of any specific one. It's going to stay put on all of them. So that's a nice thing to add. And yeah, so let's go see how it looks. Alright guys, so the Dockem has been sitting on there for a little over an hour, and it is looking to be approximately right. I didn't test it with the iPad. I mean, I measured it to the iPad's length, and I did use a leveler to see if it was perfect. Now, once again, I'm just a person that likes to be a perfectionist, and I just decide to use the leveler. You guys don't have to use a leveler. You can eyeball it. I personally use the leveler because I just like it when it's precise, and it's much better for me. I'm just one of those people, but if you want to eyeball it, go ahead. I mean, it's not going to be that noticeable if it's off. And once again, I think I already said this, you can just redo it. They send you replacement strips, so you can redo it if you want to. Now, sorry for that little camera bump. Let me move the camera up to you right here, and that should be good. And let's see how it looks with the iPad. Now, I decided to take the smart cover off. Here's the smart cover. I decided to take it off because the smart cover is generally not going to be used when it stood up, because the smart cover itself is a stand, so that would be kind of useless, and I just didn't think it would be a good idea. So I decided to just take it off and use it with the case. Now the case itself is not that thick, so it doesn't add that much bulk, and therefore it is very easy to maneuver inside of here. So what I'm going to do is just place it like this, and even if it did decide to plop forwards, it's not going anywhere because there is this little flap right here, and I'll give you a side view actually. Let me see if I can get one. I don't know if I'll be able to, but this seems about good. So the iPad itself, as you can tell, is very far away at the very top, but right here, that is holding it down, so it's not going to go anywhere. I'm telling you guys, this has been like this for a very, very, very long time. The laws of physics are telling you that it's not going to go anywhere, because right here you have a little point where it's holding it back. So it's not going to go anywhere, and that is a good thing. I'm glad they included that, because I'm sure a ton of other companies would forget to put that in, and that is really what is good about the Dockem. I mean, they include everything. You got cable management right on the bottom over here, so if I want to charge it, I can go ahead. Also, I have very, very small design, but it can accompany 5-pound devices, which is very, very heavy for a device. It's not that heavy in general, but a device that's 5 pounds is usually not heard of. That's portable, so it can accommodate that much weight. It can also accommodate a myriad of devices. So I'd say this is actually a very, very nice device, and I think you guys should go pick it up. Alright guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that little review of the Dockem for the iPad, iPhone, really any device out there. It's pretty awesome, it's very sleek, it's not that expensive, it's like 15 bucks. They send you all kinds of stuff. You can get glow-in-the-dark stickers so you can find your cords. You can also get Velcro ones so that you can easily detach it and apply your Dockem in multiple places. I mean, you really have a ton of options with what you want to do with your Dockem. Place it in the kitchen, place it in the bathroom, place it behind your bed, using an alarm clock. I really don't care what you do, because you can do whatever you want to do with the Dockem. They send you replacement strips. They send you a very nice inclusive system. It's not that expensive, and it definitely does provide a very nice way to stand up your Dockem. In fact, if you use the white Dockem with a white iPad, it kind of looks like the iPad is just floating, because it's very small and it's the same color as the iPad, so it's not that noticeable from a distance, and it kind of looks like your iPad is floating, which is kind of cool. So that is my take on the Dockem. I think I liked it a lot, and I think you guys will like it too because it is pretty awesome. It's not that expensive. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it is pretty awesome. Thanks to the guys over at Dockem for sending this out to me because it is an awesome system and I really love using it. Hopefully I'll be able to do more reviews for you guys in the future. By the way, guys, Dockem does create other products such as the koala mount, which is going to come out soon. They told me the koala mount is like for the iPad or something like that, and it's a good system for mounting your iPad. It's not out yet, but it's going to come out soon. Also, they have this thing called the iProp, which is like a bouncy bag or beanie bag, a big one that you strap to your iPad, and then you can place it on your lap, and it creates a comfortable system for typing, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So yeah, so with that, guys, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thumbs up the video. Check me out on Twitter. I'm at Dinazor. Go to my website, dinazor.com. New website, Squarespace, all that kind of stuff. So rate, comment, and subscribe. Thumbs up the video. And peace. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. Also, you guys can go share this with your friends, favorite, like, and comment on this video. Also, feel free to check out the previous video, which you can see right here. Annotation is right there, and go ahead and click on it.